Hey guys, so today I thought I would give a little bit of an update on how the game, my main game, Chimeral Fantasy, is doing because it's been a couple of months, and although I didn't get to work on it a lot last month, I did get a good bit done this month. Pretty much a lot of finishing last month's work off and then doing a lot of extra little visual effects like lighting effects. So let's just jump into what I've got done. So, as I said, one of the things that I have been working on has been lighting effects. So, basically, I felt like there were a few comments I would see that would say about the visuals potentially needing something to spice them up, and I kind of couldn't unsee that. So I took it upon myself to add some lighting effects, and I think they go really nice with the particle effects as well. I tried to add shaders, but it didn't quite come to the effect I was expecting. So I hope these kind of shiny ray beams and stuff like that kind of work to spice up the feeling of the game. At the moment, I only have them implemented in some of the forest areas, but I'm hoping in the next week or so to have basically these nice new visual effects implemented everywhere that I have made so far in the game. So the second thing I have completed is a new confirm system. So before it was a little menu that would ask, are you sure you want to do this? Basically, after you select a thing to do in each battle. But it was a little bit lackluster and it also kind of slowed down the battle. So the new system shows an icon over the selected target, a different icon depending on what you want to do with that target, and all you have to do is click again on the target to actually execute on the action. So it takes away a little bit of the slowness of having to move your mouse away from the target towards the yes button to confirm you want to do the action every time you want to do an action. Making the confirm system did not come without its share of bugs, the funniest of which I think is this one, where instead of using an item on themselves, the player just knocks themselves out, because why not? The next thing I've worked on is a new revival system. So I hadn't actually worked out a revival system in the game before, but I had one kind of planned for the future where maybe their body could be teleported to their starting position, but that kind of had its own negative share of side effects. So I decided to take inspiration from a series of comments on one of my latest devlogs. That inspired me basically to work through a system where there's a little symbol on the ground after a character gets knocked out. And once there is another player on top of that symbol, they're then able to revive to the nearest square. Supposing that that player has something that can revive them, or a spell or an item. But this allows for more interesting stuff in future, like maybe I can program the enemies to want to cover these squares so that players can't get to them. So maybe the players might have to kill an enemy in order to get to a square to revive a player, for example. But I think we'll just add something more interesting to the potential future flair of the battle system. But it also stops the possibility of basically just knocked out players, stopping enemies from moving and just catching players in corners and things like that, because that would lead to a lot of inability to continue to battle. So that would be a nightmare. I have been working on a little bit of music, and I will hopefully be able to share that soon. I'm kind of still in the process of creating a couple of tracks for the rest of the parts of the game where I haven't created tracks for, which is most of the game. But I'm hoping then once I have a significant amount of music done and a bit more bug fixing and some polishing, that I will then have a demo on my hands. So hopefully I will be able to share news about that with you soon. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this little update interesting, and I hope I have way more to share with you next month. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.